What's going on, everybody? It is 9 p.m. Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Thursday night, and it's your favorite place to be to talk some shit with your favorite bare knuckle guys. It's the Mike and Mish show. What up, dog?
What is up, Kyle? What is happening? Do we have a show for you all tonight? You won't even believe it. You won't even believe it. Do you believe it, Kyle?
I don't even believe it, dude. I got out of work today. I wanted to like prep for the show and like take it easy, and instead I put mulch in the entire front of my house. I did 2.5 yards of stone around the pool, and now I want to fucking die. But you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna talk some shit about bare knuckle instead, because that's what I love to do more than dying.
Yeah, even if your back doesn't work anymore, you can still talk about bare knuckle, right? So that's the best thing about this. It doesn't matter how much yard work you do. You don't have to walk around to do this. It's the best.
I can. All right. So, hey, we got a big show tonight. Like Mike just said, we got Kelvin Rayford, who's coming on, who showed out at the Denver tryouts, and we're going to talk to him about that. And we're going to see him soon in a Bkfc squared circle somewhere in the near future. And then we got a bona fide MMA legend, King Mo Lawal, will be on after him to talk some shit. And he's interested in the Bkfc now. Who isn't? Everybody's interested in the Bkfc now.
That's right. Get on the bandwagon. You better get on it now because it's taking off.
It's the hottest thing in combat sports for a reason. It is
Yes.
the shit. And especially if you go see that live, it is like nothing you've ever seen in your life. We say it all the time. But let's go ahead and shout out our sponsors real quick, and then we'll get the show on the road. Our first sponsor, of course, we got Bucked Up. Go to buckedup.com, buy some supplements, buy some energy drinks. All their energy drinks are sugar-free. All the supplements are the cleanest supplements on the market. Everything that goes into every one of their supplements is listed on the bottle. No proprietary blend there. All the best shit. I've been taking Bucked Up since they've been sponsoring us, and even if they weren't sponsoring us, I'm telling you, I'd be buying their shit. So go over there, use promo code Mike and Mish 20, and get yourself some Bucked Up stuff and get bucked up, as they say, right, Mike?
Yeah, you got to get bucked up. Everybody at our work is getting bucked up. The soldiers are getting bucked up. Even the ones who aren't taking like the proteins and all that good stuff, like me, I just like the energy drinks. I'll just drink energy drinks all day. I have people buying cases at work. They love it.
And up next, we got the old Dynamic Life guys. What do you say about that?
Hey, you guys know all about it. Dynamic Life, sexual health, weight loss, and anti-aging. Retake control of your life by reaching optimal health. Visit www.livedynamic.com. It's the only online platform where you can become a patient in under 20 seconds. Also, check out their Instagram page at Live Dynamic. That's L-I-V, no E, Dynamic on Instagram. Boom.
Boom. The Mike and Mish stack. Bucked Up supplements, anti-aging, bedroom freaking gunner. It's the stack, dude. It is
Stack it up.
It's the stack, the Mike and Mish stack, Bucked Up and Dynamic Life. And while we're at it tonight, while we're talking to Kelvin and to King Mo, I have a bunch of Bucked Up stuff. So I think we should give some stuff away tonight. So we'll do that as well. But why don't we get the show on the road, Mike? What do you say?
Oh, I think we shall. It is 9:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's just about to bring our first guest, Kelvin Rayford, onto the show. We were just talking about how the man was over at the Denver tryouts. If you haven't seen it yet, go to the Bkfc app and watch that shit right away because it was awesome. Our buddy Ruben was on there. You guys remember him from the other day. Get on there, watch this. If you don't have the app, get to your app store and download the Bkfc app. What are you waiting for? All right, when we come back, Kelvin Rayford, let's go.
Opportunity's knocking today, baby. You come in here, show us what you got. I want you guys all fighting for it. So we're giving you a chance right here. Come on in. Let's make this happen, all right? Let's go. Let's go. I'm really about it.
Fair. He's not a prospect. He is that.
I got 5 little girls that look up to me, man. I'm dad. You know, I'm everything to them. And today I got to come out here and show everybody what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? When I heard about it, I jumped on the train. I was like, hey, let's get it. 10-hour drive. I'm here. I'm ready to show out.
A couple of these guys are starting to really shine now. Rayford right here has a lot of power. that I was talking about fighting down in Florida. I didn't realize how big he was. He's a 175 pounder. Guy looks like he's 220. Next to no fat on. He's going to be a monster.
To be a monster. He is a monster. He's right there. Kelvin, Next Level Rayford. What's going on? Welcome to the Mike and Mish Show.
Hey man, what's up? What's up? Glad to be here.
Well, okay. Well, the first thing that jumped out at us from that video there, Kelvin, is 5 girls that call you dad. You have five daughters?
I have 5 beautiful girls, man.
Oh man,
I got 2
that's
boys.
double what I have plus 1.
That's crazy. So you got a house full of girls, man. That's some crazy shit. You must have some fun times at that house.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. That's really why I started the whole fighting thing, you know. So one day when these boyfriends start coming around, they know dad don't play no game.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I can't even
Take them all on at once.
Yes, sir.
Like Mike said, he's got 2 daughters at home, and they seem like a handful. Well, you got 3 more than that. I got 2 boys, and it's super. Not to brag, guys. It's a little easy when the boys want to play baseball, basketball, box, do jujitsu, do karate, do all that stuff. That's super easy on me. I like all that stuff. I don't envy you guys at all.
I do go to a little gymnastics. How about you, Kelvin? You going to any gymnastics or any of that stuff?
Mine are more like, so I got one that like t-ball, and then I got another one. She plays basketball, and
Nice.
then I have my daughter Eliana. She is more like music. She want to do like the little DJ stuff, and you know, every last one of them got their own little thing.
Nice.
Yep.
That is cool. That is cool. So hey, where are you out of? You tried out in Denver. You out there?
No, so when I heard about the Denver tryout, I actually live in Ada, Oklahoma.
Okay.
And when I heard about the Denver tryout, I was like, yo, I asked my girlfriend, I was like, what do you think about going to this tryout? And she was like, hey, let's do it. And so we just was like, let's drive up there and see what happens.
So she wasn't against it.
No, she stands behind me 100%.
I was going to say, she really supports you because I was going through your Instagram, and I think it was Mother's Day. You said, what do you want to do for Mother's Day? And she said, I want to watch you spar. Let's go.
Facts. This is like real life. And it surprised me. I was like, are you sure? She was like, I love watching you do what you do. Let's go spar.
Yeah,
Ride or die.
That is awesome.
She's the ride or die.
And it's cool that she's into it because I mean, nowadays people are more receptive to the bare knuckle sport, but
Right.
you know, at the beginning, everybody thought it was this nasty gladiator thing, very much like the early '90s MMA mindset. But I guess nowadays it's so popular, and there's so much proof that it's no more dangerous than any other combat sport. Like people are. Much more likely to come around. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Especially now that Conor McGregor's bought into it too.
Nice.
It adds that piece, that little piece that maybe have been missing from the puzzle, where there's that guy that's just so popular that people are like, you know what? I'm going to take his word for it. For whatever reason, they wouldn't listen to everybody else, but this guy they might listen to. What do you think about Conor McGregor buying a piece of this company?
Yo, I thought it was dope. You know, Conor is already a legend in his own. You know what I'm saying? He's freaking, everybody know him, you know. And for him to stand behind Bkfc is crazy. You know, he brings a lot to the table, I believe.
He's been saying a lot of cool shit that a lot of like bare knuckle fans are into too. Is like he did like the sit down like live the other day, and he was talking about how he really wants to push the homegrown talent that the BKFC has. They're gonna keep bringing in big names to try to grow the sport, but they want to push the people that have been there, and I thought that was super fucking cool. You know,
Definitely dope.
So, okay, let's talk about that tryout and what Nate said about you. You are a massive welterweight, right? When you fought MMA, you fought 170. Is that right?
Yes, sir. I started out and I was 170 until I switched over to boxing.
And then what would you fight at in boxing?
And then when I started boxing, I've boxed from 190 to like 240. I fought heavyweights at
Holy shit.
240, and I came in at like 207.
Man, for those of you guys that don't know Kelvin, you're 6'3", right?
Yes, sir.
You're a big tall guy, long reach. What do you intend what division do you intend on fighting in for the BKFC? Do you have your eye on one in particular, or are you open to whatever they offer?
So the plan is to fight at 185, the light heavy division. I've looked at it, and there's some very high talented fighters in that weight division that I would love to get in there and mix it up with.
Yeah, and you have a resume to get yourself a big fight right off the rip, I think. I don't know how high up the rankings they want to thrust you in there, but there's a lot of tough dudes in that 185 division, and you with the MMA background and 4-0 boxing, couple knockouts there, and your size, you match up well with a lot of guys in there. Has your manager or anybody talked to you? Do you guys have a fight sometime in the near future, or is it just talk right now?
So I was offered someone. I can't speak on who it is, but best believe this fight, if it plays out the way it's supposed to, it's definitely a banger for not only for the crowd or the fans, but also it's a big step for me, because if this fight goes my way, like I feel like it's just gonna skyrocket me into the organization.
Kelvin, can we get a hint?
I,
Can we get a hint? Is there a little hint we can guess? Can we make like a rhyme of a name or?
Man,
Don't get yourself in trouble.
Oh
Is
yeah,
he
I don't want to get in trouble. Just he just know he coming to fight if it plays out.
Somebody that's already in the BKFC.
Yes, sir.
somebody with wins?
Yes,
Somebody
sir.
with a name.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
There
In
you go.
in that division that you're speaking of.
In that division.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think that's good enough. We can kind of look through and
Yeah.
make our wishes, our fantasy
Hey, you know
picks.
what? Maybe we can get King Mo on here a little later.
Uh-huh.
We could talk him into coming out of retirement and fighting. You get a couple wins in the 185-pound division. King Mo comes out of retirement. Kelvin Ray for
Yeah.
King Mo. What do you think?
It's funny that y'all bring up King Mo, because I met King Mo for my first Bellator fight, my only Bellator fight, and I ended up fighting one of his teammates. And he used to train with my cousin. My cousin used to hold mitts for him. His name's Pepe. And I told King Mo, I was like, "Hey man, you used to train with my cousin." And he was like, "Who's your cousin?" I was like, "Pepe." He was like, "Hey, I didn't know that was your family, man." But yeah, good guy, man.
Good people.
Definitely a savage. Like I said, I'm here to make a name in the 185 division. So it is whatever I gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. When you're not fighting right now, are you full-time fighter, or are you doing something in the meantime?
So when I'm not fighting, I manage a facility service team at the Chickasaw Medical Center here in Ada, Oklahoma. So
Big
I
one.
have a team under me, and we pretty much take care of the hospital, make sure everything's clean.
Nice.
You must see some wild shit.
Oh man, I don't yeah, every day.
You know, my
Say,
uncle.
I was gonna say, yeah. What's one of the craziest things that you
I was
saw?
just gonna
but-
say my uncle was a CEO for 20 years, and he got a job security at a hospital, and he says that he sees way more shit in the hospital than he ever saw in 20 years in the prison.
It's so where I'm at, it's not that bad. The craziest thing is like poop everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Poop all over the wall. Somehow poop managed to get like they pooping in one stall, but somehow poop got like two stalls down. Like how did that even? Like what are we
I'd be
doing here?
sweating if I had to pick up shit
No.
because I'd be gagging and everything.
It's like, do I really want to continue to do this, or
That shit's crazy.
I'm okay. All of a sudden I don't feel too good. I'm gonna go home for the night. You
Right.
can take care of this.
100%.
Fucking wild. And what do your 5 daughters think about your fight career? They excited about it?
So my idea for the whole fighting thing, I just want to show my daughters that if you truly want to do something, regardless of what it is. You know, all you got to do is put the work in and believe that you can achieve anything. So with the fighting, I just tell them, you know, this is something that I love to do. And one day you guys are going to find something you love to do. And as long as you work hard towards it, anything is possible. So, you know, they hate to see the losses, you know, they cry about that. But when I win and I come home, they excited, hugging me, they bragging about me at school,
Yeah, I was
telling
gonna
their
say you're
friends.
probably a superhero when you
Oh
come
yeah,
home with a dub.
100%.
That's awesome. You do have a few light heavyweights in the conversation in the comments right now. One, especially Jared Warren, who's going to be fighting for the vacant light heavyweight title. That brings me to this question to you: have you been paying attention to the BKFC, and do you have some of these guys in that light heavyweight division that you have your eye on, or any names in particular that you would like to fight?
Okay, I'm glad you asked that. I have paid attention to the top. I think what is it like a top five
Top five.
that's
Yep.
yeah. So I've seen everybody. I've watched everybody. Best believe I have now. I have my eye on one particularly, but people that I can talk outside of. So I don't even know if I can say this. Just know I was picked up for the prospect series, and the first guy I wanted to fight was a guy named Mark Suarez. I don't know if I'm saying his name.
Suarez.
Marcus, how you say
Marcus
it?
Yeah, Marcus
Marcus Smith.
Suarez.
I
Yeah.
Merc
definitely
season.
Merc season.
I wanted to fight that young man. I was offered. They asked me did I want to fight him. I said I'll fight him, but they turned around and said that his team didn't want to fight, so I didn't get it. So I've literally jumped on his Instagram and was like, "Hey man, I got my eyes on you, respectfully. Like I'm watching you." But like I said,
What did he
when-
respond? Did he respond back with "It's Merc
all
season when I
all
see
he
you"?
gave all he gave me was a heart on
Okay.
my
Okay.
comment.
He's cool. Marcus Suarez is cool, and I don't know if you know his backstory. He used to be like real heavy, and like he was like I don't remember how big he actually was. He might have been over 300 pounds or something like that, and now he's 185 and
Oh, he
slim.
looking sharp.
Yeah, and he
Best
fights well.
believe, best believe, I respect him as a martial artist. I respect his fight game, and I want to put fights on that would be bangers, man. I want to get in there and show people that I belong, and I want to really prove not only to the fans but to myself that I have what it takes to be out here with the top, the best of the best.
Well, dude, with your size and your experience and and power and length and everything, the whole package that you bring to the light heavyweight division, you do match up really well with some of those top dogs. Like Jared's a big guy like you. Jomi Escoboza, those two are about to fight each other for the vacant title. Josh Dyer is no small fucking dude. But then the smaller, more compact 185ers like Mike Richmond and Isaac Doolittle, these fucking dudes can bang too.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, you got to be excited to see these fucking dudes, man.
I'm definitely excited and definitely have my eyes on that belt, that fight for the belt with Warren and what how you say his last name?
Jomi,
Escoboza.
it's Escoboza.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be watching that fight, keeping an eye on them guys. Like I said, they all very talented, and I just hope that one day I'm able to show these guys, or show the fans that, like I said, I belong just as well as they do.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, man, the growth of the sport, all the divisions are growing so fast, and I can't imagine how excited it is for you to because I watched a kickboxing match that you had. Did you have a kickboxing match?
I
Like
did, I did. I had a kickboxing, yes, sir.
so, like you do a little of everything.
Yes, sir. I've done MMA, kickboxing, boxing, multiple jujitsu tournaments. I'm a black belt in jujitsu. Um,
Jeez.
under Cortez Coleman at Conquer BJJ here in Ada. I got a nice stable. We have a nice gym here, and I get to train with different looks. So yeah, I've done it all.
And now you get to try the new thing.
Yeah. I told my girl I've done a lot of things when it comes to bear. Like I rode a horse bareback. I freaking mess with my girl bareback. And I ain't never did bare knuckle fighting, so I was like, let me try some bare knuckle.
Yes.
Yes, yes. I love it.
Nice.
I love it,
Very
man.
nice. I like what you did there.
I do. I
That's
do.
what I'm talking about. Man, so BKFC, have you been to an event? Have you watched events? Do you love it? What's going on? Some people don't watch the fights. Some people love watching the fights. Where do you stand?
So I've watched them either through the app or on YouTube. I haven't been able to make a fight yet. I was supposed to fight. Now, Nate, if you're listening, I was supposed to fight the 31st. But
Yes.
I've
That's
I've lit-
originally why
I
you were coming
literally
on here.
had let me see. I had one opponent, he pulled. My second opponent couldn't make weight. The third opponent wanted too much money.
Jeez.
And so I actually would have been to my first event on the 31st, but nothing played out. So now I'm playing the waiting game. But I was promised this next one should be guaranteed.
Yeah, about
Give us all their names. Give us all three of those guys. We're gonna call them tonight. Who are they? Who are these guys?
I don't want to
No,
blast them, man. I don't want to blast them.
that sucks, man. And you know what? It's since Mike and I started covering the sport, it's amazing how difficult it is for some people to find an opponent. And I don't know if the guy pulled out for injury or maybe they didn't want to fight you. Maybe they just like realized they don't want to fight. It happens a lot though.
That's crazy that so the first one, he had a 10-6 boxing record. So I looked him up. He fought at a smaller weight class. So I was surprised he wanted to take the fight anyway. So he agreed to it. We signed a contract. 2 weeks later, he pulled. So like you said, I don't know. Maybe he seen something he didn't like, so he went ahead and pulled himself out.
Okay, was one of them's named Sonny Law and the other one's named Rico Cotto or something like that?
No, those are my MMA guys.
I see.
Andy Hall's dropping names.
Yeah, he said he watched him beat up on some guys. That's what he said.
Okay.
But he put it in three different comments, so you might have missed the top one.
Yeah, I missed the top one. I thought he was just dropping names. I was like, oh shit, one of the matchmakers is just letting us know.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are guys you beat.
He's
these-
allowing you to say who you're fighting. That's what he's saying right now. No, he's not.
Yeah.
He didn't
You
say
almost
that.
got
He
me.
didn't say that.
You almost got me.
Oh, shit.
So how'd you get hooked up with Carlos, the
Okay,
best
so
manager in the game?
Carlos reached out to me, and he was like, "Hey, are you interested in fighting Bkfc?" And I was like, "Yes." And he asked me, "Did I have a manager?" And I said, "No." And he was like, "Well, look, I've been working with Bkfc for a minute. I can get you the fights you want." And I said, "You know what? I'm gonna give you a chance. Let's run it." And
Nice.
you know what I'm saying? He been putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Sometimes things don't work out the way I plan it to, but maybe that's just meaning it's not my time yet. When it is time, it'll be time. So I just got to be patient and just sit back, keep training, and then eventually the fight will fall in my lap, and then it's time to put on.
I felt a little bit of excitement from Carlos about you. Like just and I'm not even talking about talking on the phone or in person, like just through his text, the way that he was talking about you, I got a little bit of oomph from it. Like he was like, yeah, I have these guys, and he talks about Kevin. I'm talking about you, and he's like, I got to get Kelvin on. I really want to get this guy on. Like, and he was, he's really adamant, and that's why when you had messaged us, like, hey, I need to come on the show, I was like, your manager beat you to it, man. He already wanted you on the show immediately. Yeah, he wanted you on. He's excited about you. He's you're his guy, man. He believes in you.
Yeah, that's dope, man. It's always good to have a manager like that believes in you just as much as you do. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll go the extra mile, and I highly do appreciate him, man. Because like I said, if it wasn't for him doing the stuff behind the scenes, then I wouldn't have these opportunities I'm given today. So.
Can I address something in the comments for a second? Jihad Wingfield, the head coach at Shift MMA. You got to meet Jihad. He's a great guy. Now he says that him and me was supposed to put on an exhibition, but I pulled out because he couldn't use his hands. Oh well, listen. Here's the thing. I've never pulled out in my entire life of anything. Okay, Jihad. Jihad,
Yeah.
I don't do that. I never have, and I never will. You motherfucker. No, just joking. And I wouldn't fight you either, Jihad. Ever,
Yeah.
ever. Nope, he'd kill me. 35 seconds, dead.
35 seconds you could last, huh?
30,
Oof.
35 seconds. Man, I hope you get a fight soon. I hope there is a name, and I hope that it comes to fruition, because after seeing the tryout video and seeing how the Bkfc felt about you in that video, and we know Nate, and for Nate to say Nate's a pretty reserved guy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if did you get to talk to Nate at all?
Yes.
Super
Yeah, I
awesome
got to
guy.
talk to him a couple times.
Yeah, but he doesn't say much. You know what I mean? He's a pretty reserved dude. He's all business, and for him to open up, and he seemed like he liked you in that video there. So I'm excited for you, and I think that they're going to do what they can to get you a fight as soon as possible.
I'm ready, and for sure.
For sure.
Well,
yeah. If you have anything else you want to shout out, or any people you want to shout out, or any fighters you want to call out, go ahead and do it now.
Man, mainly I just want to first off, look, I need all those BKFC sponsors. Holla at me, man. Jump in my inbox on Instagram after this. I need OnlyFans, holla at me. Bucked Up, holla at me.
Raja.
Yeah, everybody. Hey, Kelvin _next _level Nick _ Rayford.
Yes, sir.
Hit me up. As far as fight, there's only one fighter I got on my mind right now. And that's the one they offer me. I'm not worried about nobody else. This man is the tall hill I gotta climb. So best believe my main focus is on him. After that, then I'll start calling people out.
Hell yeah!
All right.
And he knows who he is.
He knows
who he's talking to, right?
You know
Yeah.
exactly. So
Get in the comments and raise your hand so we know.
Yeah. All right,
You got to know who he's talking about.
Kelvin, looking forward to seeing you in there. Can't wait till we get news about who this fight is and what this fight is or when it is. And I hope it's sooner than later for you. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Mike, you got anything else for Kelvin?
Yeah, Kelvin, hey, May 31st, it was supposed to happen, didn't happen. It's okay because I can see you in there real soon. I know you have an opponent. We're going to figure out who this is. When this show's over, this isn't over. We're going to figure out who this is, and we're going to pump this fight to the masses. Can't wait to see you in the squared circle. Hopefully we'll be there live to see it. Everybody else, stick around because next we have on somebody that you just might know, King Mo. Come on now. Everybody knows King Mo. He's coming on next. Kelvin, stick around. Watch. You never know. Like we said, maybe you guys are in the squared circle together in the future. You never know. You just never know. But we'll find out if he's interested in that right after this.
Later, bud.
I came up as a protege under Lorenzo Fertitta and Mr. Dana White. I came up as a protege of these. I spent ample time with these gentlemen on the travels all across the world. We went to Brazil, the Maracanã Stadium for Aldo Mendes in 2014, I believe it was, maybe 2014, I believe.
It was.
You know, and we're going to and from jets, and I know all the events and spending ample time with them. What their thing was to get people to the live event because they knew their live product had that wow factor. They had all the bells and whistles, and then they had inside the cage was wow. Mm-hmm. And you get the person into the arena, the fan into the arena, they are there for life then. It has that wow factor. It has exactly what Lorenzo was speaking on. So I relate to that and say, okay, I've got that now. I've got that with bare knuckle, what they knew they had with the UFC. And then I went and visited a show and met Feldman himself. I believe in David Feldman also. He's a great vision. Like I said, the matchmaking has been stellar. And, you know, what he's been doing with it has been amazing. And, you know, that's it. We came together. We had a good discussion. And we decided together we will be a force in this industry.
No! Hey, literally the second that stopped King Mo stood up and walked away. He said, "Screw this interview. I'm out of here."
No, I'm back.
There he is. He's back.
I'm
Hello.
back. I had to grab something.
What's going on, Mo? Thank you so much for coming on, and we were looking forward to talking to you all week. How you doing, man?
Man, I am good, man. How about y'all?
Doing great. Hey, when you see, I know that you've been paying attention to Bkfc because your boy Seth is in there, but the sport is really taking off, and you being the guy that you are, you know, with the long career in MMA, and you're a legend in your own right. When you see a guy like Connor in the stuff that he's done and achieved, buying into this sport and then stamping the approval on it like he's been doing lately, what is that? How does that register to a guy like yourself?
Well, I'm gonna be real with you. It registers, but it's been hot before Connor got on.
Yeah.
You saw Shaquille O'Neal at the fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, people watch BKFC. I've seen some pro wrestlers at the shows. You know, everybody likes a bare knuckle fight. And look, it's a 2-minute car crash. You got 5 minutes. You have 5 rounds to do some work. You know, and then if it's even, it's not over. It's overtime. So you go a 6th round. You know what I'm saying? So, like, who doesn't want to see, you know, 2 men or women in there throwing these knuckles at each other's faces and bodies?
Hell yeah. The were you interested in it like right off the jump, or is it when you started training Seth for it, or what got you interested in the BKFC? When did you start?
I always liked it. But really, Jason Knight.
Yeah.
Jason Knight's cool, man. Cool dude. But watching him fight and just watching, you know, I've watched a few of the cards, man. You can see the growth in it. You can see the tactics now. I watch bare knuckle. It could be BKB. I know we don't try to talk about the rivals, you know, other people. You know what I'm saying? But I watch it all, and I've seen it grow, and I've seen the rosters change. I've seen the different types of bodies jump in, different types of backgrounds. You're seeing pro boxers hop in. I'm hearing Rigondeaux is going to jump in. I saw Angulo. Come on, man.
That fight was crazy too.
What?
That fight was nuts.
Is. Actually, I have, you know what? I have a video. I'll have to play it. If I don't know if I still have it loaded up here. I'll play it in a second. I'll load it up, and it's of the Angulo fight because we went to LA. We saw the fights live there, and I happened to catch that knockout on film and the crowd reaction. That place was insane. LA just was absolutely incredible.
And the funny thing is, it's not funny, but the crazy thing is, I have a few friends from Dallas, and my boy JQ is a twin. I said, hey, man, bare knuckles the next wave. And he's like, man, it's too brutal for me. And I'm like, how? I'm like, look, the cuts are superficial. You're not seeing people with their words slurred because you can punch harder with the gloves on. You can punch harder with the wraps on.
Yep.
You know, the wraps and the gloves are used to protect your hands. So you can punch through a wall. You can punch steel. But the moment you take those things off, you have to be selective on what punches you throw. Because you punch somebody's hip, like the last Rocky when he fought Mason Dixon, you know, you punch somebody's hip, that's a broken hand.
Yeah.
You punch somebody's forehead or the wrong part of the skull, that's a broken hand. We saw what happened to Crazy Horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I think it's
felony.
Dr. Muzi, the ringside physician for the BKFC, uses that. He says, hey, put a boxing glove on and walk over to that cinder block wall and punch the wall. Now take the glove off and then punch the wall again. Your brain is just not going to allow you to hit the wall as hard as you would with that glove on.
Right.
So you're not throwing insane power with these. You have to be precise. You have to pick your shots, or you end up like Keegan Vandermeer did and fucking broke his hand. Dude, he had the loudest knockout I think we've ever heard in our life. On our guest last night, Zeb Vincent, got hit in the side of the head, but he hit like up here on the head.
Yeah.
And it shattered his hand, but also put 3 staples in the side of his head. But like
the sound of it was like a big branch
just
cracking off of a tree in a storm. It was so loud.
He was just humming wild shots. And like, I think he learned something that night. Like, I can't be in here humming wild fucking shots. You know what I mean?
And then think about this. Before there was glove boxing, there was bare knuckle. That's the most primal form of boxing there is. and I believe it originated in Europe. So that was the first sweet science was bare knuckle. You know, and they still they got the gypsies out there that still do bare knuckle.
Yep.
Out in Ireland and Europe, and I think Romania. So like that's the most primal. A fist fight is the most primal thing you'll see outside of like two guys eye gouge each other and bite each other. You know,
it's also the most relatable form of fighting because any two idiots in the street that don't know how to grapple or do jiu-jitsu or throw a elbow or anything like that, they still can hum punches at each other, you know what I mean, outside of a bar. So.
And just about anybody has a brother or a sister or a cousin or an uncle, whoever that you've probably thrown down with at some point in your life, for sure.
But see, now it's changed because the people we see on the streets are untrained. They're not watching film. They're not training every day. They're not eating the right meals, taking the right nutrition and the right nutrients to be the best fighter they can be. They're just street fighting. Now you're getting people, you know, like Bryce, you know what I'm saying, like Bryce Henry, like that be that good, like Luis Palomino. You know, you got some guys out there that come with it, man. Lorenzo, Mike Richmond. You know, you got some Dave Mundell. You got some beasts, man.
Yes.
So you definitely just answered. I was going to ask you, who are some of the fighters that have impressed you the most in bare knuckle? And you just named about 7 of them right there that are all like the top dogs. You did
even that one, who's that Cuban kid that fought the dude from the tall Cuban kid? He fought the guy from New Mexico. I'm going blank on the name. The smiley face, light skinned black dude. I'm going blank. How am I forgetting his name?
They were in New Mexico?
Yeah. I'm going
recently?
blank on his name. He fought the UFC. How am I going blank on his name? This dude's a legend. He's a beast, 125 pounder. Trained out of Great
Dodson and
Dodson, yes. Dodson.
Yeah, and Aguero.
Yes, that fight was a good ass fight.
Yes, it was.
And Dodson's built. My bad. Dodson's a legend. Dodson's the man. Dodson's built for this shit. And then we can't forget Austin No Doubt Trout. What?
Yep. Yeah.
Man, look. When I saw you doing bare knuckle versus Palomino, I was like, man, it's gonna be a tough one for both men. But Austin Trout has the dimensions. He's kind of long. He's slick. Good southpaw. He learned. The thing that gets me about him is you can't clinch him. A lot of boxers, when you clinch them, they're wet fish. They just sit there. But he was just fighting, hand fighting out of stuff and letting his hands go. So now you're going to start to see boxers, pro boxers or former pro boxers, hop in. Like, what's that boy's name from Broward County?
HD Davis, Howard Davis.
Yeah. What's his name again?
Howard Davis.
Howard Davis. Yeah, I'm going to blank on his name too. Howard Davis is a beast. That boy can throw. And he's a boxer. I think he's a brother too. You know what I'm saying?
You might be thinking about Bryce Henry.
No.
HD has a brother?
Well, I thought
Bryce has a brother.
Bryce has a brother.
Well, they all 3 train together, I believe.
Yes, they do.
So,
now,
you know,
were you impressed with Brandon Allen? He fought Seth, your boy, your buddy Seth.
Yeah, you know what? I was impressed because he showed he had some nuts, man. Because
he's got power too. He's got power.
But look, first round we put the things on him. We had a plan. We had a game plan for him, but then Brandon Allen's a true champion. He came back and was like, you know what? Not today, and he caught us slipping. But he's a man. He's a beast too.
Yeah, Brandon does. He's done that a few times in his career so far in the in Bkfc, where like he's gotten touched a little bit and he shows resilience, and he throws some crazy counter left or something like that, and you just fucking clips dudes. He's pretty impressive, man, for sure.
And you got Jomi Escoboza. He's a beast too. I fuck with him.
So Jomi's fighting for the vacant title against Jared Captain Deadpool Warren on June 21st. Have you made it out to any of the fights live? Any of the events?
Yeah, I've been to.
Oh, besides the one that you cornered.
I've been on 2. Cause I've been me coaching the American Top Team.
Yeah.
I'm busy coaching, but I'm always watching.
Okay.
I'm always watching. Like I just love bare knuckle I love bare knuckle as a sport, and I wish that I wish there was more cross promotion, because like there's some guys in the other organizations that I feel like could come over and make a splash in at BKFC.
It's kind of like I wish it was. Sometimes I wish that MMA and like bare knuckle would be more like boxing, where anybody can fight anybody if the money's right, because the UFC won't cross promote. Some will, I mean, like Bellator and Ryzen have cross promoted before, and there are a few that are willing to. PFL and Bellator did, and then they bought them, but it's hard to do nowadays. And I think that when bare knuckle hit the scene, they took the MMA mentality instead of the boxing mentality when it comes to promotion like that.
Yeah, because I first started watching BKB.
Yep.
But BKB was just pure bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now Bkfc and the other organization, because I can't, I don't want to,
you can say whatever you want.
Yeah, it's okay.
So BYB,
right?
They're bare knuckle fighting, so you can clinch and you can box.
Similar, yeah.
It's similar, but it's more. You have more tools. You know what I'm saying? You can fight in the clinch. So when Ben Rothwell fight that, man, I'm going blank. How am I going blank on this fight?
Josh Copeland?
Who?
The Josh Copeland fight?
Yes. What?
That one was.
Man, that fight was crazy, man.
It was awesome.
Motherfucker, man.
That made one of our top. That was like, so we do awards now. We've had 2 years. We do awards. We buy like legit awards, not none of them throwaway things that awards that people would want to put up on their mantle and display. So we want to really reward these fighters because bare knuckles new. So we're going to start an award show, and that fight made our fight of the year list. So we loved it. I think people kind of forgot about it. Those are two heavyweights that are throwing down like that. That's crazy.
You should call it the Jason Knight Artem Lobov Award.
I'm glad you said that. That was the one. That was the one, King Mo. That was the one that the Jason Knight Artem Lobov fight was the one that drew me in. Like I had no.
Stephen Bonner versus Forrest Griffin fight right there.
It was something like, I mean, I had known about the sport, and like I was doing an MMA podcast with an old friend of mine at the time, and I was like paying attention sort of to Bkfc because it was brand new, and I was checking it out, but I wasn't all the way in. And then I watched Artem Lobov and Jason Knight turn each other's faces into zippers, and it was like absolutely freaking nuts, man. And the after pictures, after the fight was over,
they were wild.
The after pictures started coming out, and I started telling everybody, I'm like, look at this image right here. Look at these two guys. You have to go see how they ended up looking like this. It is the most incredible thing you'll ever see. It was great.
And then with Chris Lido beat him, Chris Lido is a wealth of knowledge. He's cool as hell. Yeah. Whenever I see Chris, he has not. I learned from that dude. And my fight IQ and my library that I watch is pretty high, pretty fast. But this dude, Chris Lido, knows some stuff as well. And whenever I see him, we have deep talks about boxing, bare knuckle. MMA is cool. I like MMA. It's cool. I train American Top Team, train guys in American Top Team. I'm a coach there, but there's something different about bare knuckle because it's like a 2-minute sprint, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I told Roy Nelson, Sensei Roy, I was like, Roy, 3 years ago, I was like, you need to hop on this bandwagon. And he's like, I don't know. And now he's like, man, I might. Everybody's turning their heads and like they see that as a way to make some money, as a way to fight, as a way to be in the news, man.
So Eddie Alvarez, after his fight with Chad Mendes, we talked to him, and he said, he was like, man, the 2-minute round with a full minute recovery in between, compared to a 1 minute in between of 5-minute rounds and then 1 minute in MMA, he's like, you get you get a fraction of a time in between MMA rounds. He goes, by the time the minute was up, I was almost like 100% ready to go. I felt completely refreshed for another 2 minute go. There you go. Right there's the picture right there, man. Yeah. So the two, like you said, the 5 2-minute rounds is huge, but you still get that full minute in between, and that just allows you to rest. It's crazy. You get 50% of the time you're fighting, and then 50% of that you're chilling.
10 minutes of work, 4 minutes of rest.
It's crazy, right?
And it's a sprint, man. It's like you're doing like an 800-meter dash. and then you get a break, and then you get running again. You know, the 800 is a tough run, but you know, you're not running in the ring. You're throwing punches and you're clinching and you're touching the body. You're cutting people and you're spinning them and you're, you know what I'm saying, you're pummeling and tussling. It's a full body workout, but you have to be smart in there.
So we got to ask you the question that everybody in the comments is asking, and
Yes,
you are retired, but you are active in your coaching. And are you getting the itch? Are you feeling like you might possibly want to step in there and toe the line and throw some bare knuckles around, or what?
It's crazy because my homeboy Jay Davis, who I'm signed with, you know what I'm saying, because you know, we talking, my boy, I call him Duck Dynasty, you know. But yeah, he was like, Mo, what do you think? You know, he talks, Mo, what do you think? And I'm like,
yeah,
man, you know what? I like this shit. I want to coach some, and I'm gonna. But then I started seeing Seth doing this thing, and I'm like, you know what? I'm getting the itch. They was itching, Poison Ivy, and so you know, right now, I got the itch. You know, I'm eating clean. You know, I ain't smoked weed in about 3 weeks. You know, I've been drinking water, not no soda.
Does smoking weed really hinder your training though? I wouldn't know. I mean,
it doesn't, but the thing is, it doesn't. But sometimes, like when I smoke, it relaxes me, and then it makes me think of like when I'm relaxed, I'm like, you know what? I ain't itching.
Oh, okay.
But when I stop, I'm like, damn, I need to do something. I need to do something. I need to be more active. Like, let me go and hit the pad. Let me go pummel. Let me go do something. Because when I smoke, I'm like, shit, I'm chill.
it allows you to kind of just let things go. Just not really think about it.
I'm at peace. I'm at peace. But when I don't have that, I'm like, maybe it's time for some war.
So let me ask you this. If you did get the itch and I'm sure that the BKFC, if you wanted to fight, I'm sure they would get you a fight. Are there any guys on the roster that would interest you? Because Mike and I were talking about it, and can I just throw some names out at you? And would you be willing, like, are these some guys that would interest you into coming back? Lorenzo Hunt, Chris Camozzi, Mike Richmond, Mike Perry, Dave Mundell, and the newly released free agent on the market, Gegard Mousasi. Would any of these guys be tempting enough for King Mo to come out of retirement and toe the line?
Hell yeah, but Lorenzo being so big, I have to put some more weight on. But yeah, all the boys are studs. And Gegard Mousasi got them hands. So like if he gonna do this shit, like people Gegard, Chris Camozzi, Mike Richmond got them hands. Like Mandel, Mike Perry, all of them are serious competitors. And yeah, I'd love to test my hands against all of them.
Yeah, because you definitely come with a resume and a name to where, like, I feel like if you were gonna sign and take a fight, they would have to give you a name, and they would have to put you on one of these like big cards, like the Perry Rockhold card and
Bkfc
like,
41,
Knucklemania 4 was huge. It would be something. How do you see like a fight with, if say you and the reigning 175-pound champ Dave Mundell, and I'm asking this question because his coach is his coach is in the comments saying, how do you feel about a fight against the redneck Dave Mundell? Like, how do you see a fight going down with you and a guy like Dave?
Like 175 is too much because like it's too low because like I'm too lean right now. I've been trying to eat clean and I can make 185 no problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm at 189, 190 right now. Try to diet everything, but 175, I'm just too lean. But Mundell got them hands. I like Mundell. Listen, everyone in Bkfc is very likable because they can fight. They're very entertaining, and they come with it. It's just a different feel, a different vibe when you're watching a bare knuckle fight. And all those names you named, Dave Mundell got them hands. Mike Richmond, man, top to bottom, I'm impressed with what I see, and I'm just itching, man. I got poison ivy, poison oak. I'm
you sure it's not? Is it not bee stings? Do you still have bees? I saw something that you were like raising bees for a while. Is that you still doing that?
Yeah, I'm a beekeeper still. I still raise bees, man.
Oh, well, maybe the itch is a couple bee stings. What do you do? Like, what does beekeeping consist of? I'm ignorant to the whole thing because I know that the people put the net on their face and they go out there and they like shake the things. I don't know if you raise them for honey. Is that what do you do with
I raised
bees?
it for honey. At one point I had 14 colonies. Now I got like 5 or 6, actually 6. But I go out there, I take care of them because you have to help the bees. Because when you help the bees, they can make more money. They can make more honey for you, not money, more honey for you. So like, I got treat for mites. I got to make sure the hive beetles ain't in there, wax moths ain't in there. If they're growing too fast, I got to add another box on top of it so they can expand. Because if they grow too fast, they'll swarm, and half the colony will leave.
The bees just stay home. You know what I mean? Like they just stay in one location because when you have like a colony of bees, they don't like venture off. Or they stick around. Well,
if the colony gets too big and there's not enough space, half of them will swarm off. That's a swarm.
Okay.
If the colony gets too dirty and is overrun by hive beetles or wax moths, they'll abscond and they'll leave the area and find a new place to go to. So
interesting. What's worse than a bee sting?
Should probably get hit with the bare knuckle.
There you go. No, that's an interesting hobby. Like you hear a lot of fighters have like side hobbies and stuff. Like we talked to the big dude. What was that big guy down in Albuquerque, Mike, who does crocheting? He crochets in his.
The guy I know you're talking about. I don't remember what his name was though. Yes.
You hear these side hobbies, and they always
he's massive. He must have been like 300 and something pounds. That guy.
Yeah,
huge guy. He's a crocheter.
MMA fighter. Yeah,
he fight Bellator, right?
I don't know. You're thinking about Maurice something?
You talking Maurice Jackson?
No, Green. Is it Maurice Green?
Maurice Green. Yeah, Maurice Green. Former football player, I believe.
Yeah,
former wrestler. He's at Albuquerque. Greg Jackson.
He's a crocheter. Yeah.
Light skinned dude. Yeah, he's tough too.
So Mo, you're coaching at American Top Team, right?
Yeah.
And now you're interested in this sport. You do coach Seth. You got one guy who's fought in Bkfc. Are there any guys in the gym at American Top Team that you are looking at these guys and you're like, you know what, you can go fucking wreak havoc over here in bare knuckle? Just make the move. You got anybody in mind like that?
Junior Dos Santos, Jorginho Rosenstruck, all heavyweights get their hands. Boy Kano, there's some people in that gym that got the motherfucking Dustin Poirier would be a perfect fit. You know what I'm saying? If he wanted to, but I don't think he needs to or wants to because he's been in the fight game for a while. He's probably burnt out from I'm not saying burnt out. He's a title fight. He's in it, but he's focused on winning that belt, which he's gonna get. But there are a lot of guys at the gym, and from what I understand, they're looking to bring a bare knuckle team to American Top Team. So Thiago Alves told me that that they might try to have a bare knuckle team there at ATT. And if that happens, then man, we got some great boxing coaches there. Dia Davis, and then the Oliveira brothers from Brazil. Them boys are for real. And then you got Pitbull, you got me, and you got other guys that we have a vast roster, man.
What do you think that Joanna Jacek would ever entertain this idea?
You know what? She'd be a perfect fit too.
I think so too. I think I think that she would be incredible at 115 pounds bare knuckle. She's got hands like crazy. Like her hands are insane.
Go ahead, Kayla Rocco. She got them hands too. She came from boxing, and she came from boxing to MMA, and then became an MMA fighter. But she has some serious hands. She's from Philly, and I'm pretty sure Feldman and them know her because she used to work for them years ago.
Really?
Yeah, they're right up over there.
Philly, yeah, they're all Philly guys. The whole squad there. They're based out in Philly, and they can't get a fight in Philly, and they've been trying.
I know it.
They got to get that. They got to get that freaking that athletic commission on board.
Yeah.
Is this? Let me ask a quick question, real quick. Sorry to interrupt y'all.
Sure.
Is Dave? Was he? Remember Big Brody? I got a bald head, and I'm Tyrone.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Did he promote that boxing match?
No, his brother probably. His brother is Damon Feldman.
Damon.
Okay.
Feldman.
Yeah. Okay.
And he owns official celebrity boxing.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Damon. Yeah, that's his brother, which is pretty funny. How ironic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their father was also a boxer. Dave Feldman himself boxed. So yeah, just part of the family. You know, they've all, I guess, been fighters, and hence why he kind of had this idea. You know, you know the story about how he kind of started this whole thing.
Now tell me.
So he befriended Bobby Gunn, and there was a book that was just released that everyone can buy now. It's out and go on Amazon, and it's about Bobby Gunn. And you know, we were talking about earlier, like the travelers, the gypsies, like out there. So he's with Bobby Gunn, and you know, I got to get the book myself to read it. So I'm admit I still haven't read the book, and I'm going to read it because I'm a big reader. I like books, but the thing is he goes over there and he's with Bobby Gunn. Bobby Gunn kind of shows him his life and all that stuff, and he's thinking to himself, like, man, this is incredible. I wonder how good this could be if I could if I could get this legalized in the States and create a company. Like, this could be huge because of how exciting it is. And like we were talking about earlier, how anybody understands it. Anybody. You just, if you're at the gas station, you're pumping gas and you hear something, you turn around, people punching each other in the face, you're just going to watch it until they stop punching each other in the face. And then you might watch for a couple more minutes hoping they start punching each other in the face again. You know what I mean? Like, who doesn't like that? So yeah, that's kind of the long story short, but that's how he kind of like got the idea, you know, to do this. And it's pretty crazy.
They did a one fight pay-per-view, right? They did a one fight pay-per-view in like a warehouse somewhere.
Yeah.
On you like you could pay for it like a couple bucks on the internet, and they sold like a shitload of pay-per-views for a one fight. And I think it was Bobby Gunn fight somebody. I
believe so.
It was Bobby, and that happened back in 2011. They did one fight that happened. They sold a bunch of pay-per-views, and he was like, "Oh shit, we could probably do something with this." And then he went on the journey of trying to get it legalized, and that took 7 years,
a long time, till 2018.
Yeah, 2018, after years of failing to sell this product,
Wyoming said, let's
go. And they did it. And it's all fucking off to the races from there. So, what was I going to ask you, dude? So, in the American top team right now, top team, you mentioned a few guys. You mentioned Dustin Poirier, but who is, without hurting anybody's feelings, who are the top dogs in that gym now? That Dustin's getting a little older, Tiago is older now, Joanna retired. Who are the ones? Who are the ones in the gym?
I'm gonna be real with you. It changes every day.
Does
you got
it?
Mateus Gamrot, JJ Wilson, Kyoji Horiguchi, Biggie Boy, Marcelo Gome, Saeed Sama, Henan Ferreira. You know, it just changes, man. Every time I go in there, I get surprised by how great these fighters look. Every day. Today we're sparring Josh Silveira. You got Johnny Eblin. You know,
right. Yeah,
Johnny
Eblin's a beast.
Pretty Boy Davlet, Yakshin Muradov. There's some people out there. We have people on the squad that can really fight. You know, they're fucking explosive. They're slick and smooth. Man, like
you got Kayla Harrison in there too, right?
Yeah, Kayla Harrison. Yeah, Kayla, one of the team captains. Kayla got them hands too. She'll fight you. You know, it's if you come to the gym, you'd be like, damn, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Damn, they're here. I didn't know they joined. You know, Armand Petrosian, everybody's there.
Well, is the girl that was on with Ariel yesterday, her name is Dakota?
Yeah, Dakota got them hands.
I was going to ask you, she's in your gym, right?
Yeah, she's a beast. Oh my God, I forgot about Dakota.
Yeah,
when she first came, she I didn't know who she was. I was like, who's this girl? I was like, you know what? Okay. She had no partner, so I was like, hey, go with that dude from Italy. And she beat his ass.
Really?
I was like, hold on. I was like, time out. I was like, nah, fuck that. Masaro's my boy from Holland. His dad was like the Dutch Kimbo Slice, Rodney Glunder. And I was like, Massaro, go with her. And, you know, she's good, though. Be careful. And Massaro was like, bro, she's fast. Dakota got those hands. Her mom's a world champion, former world champion. Dakota is slick, boy. Slick. She's good.
I got to be honest. Maybe just because I haven't paid too much attention to PFL since we've been covering this sport. Like all our time is involved in this.
We dove into this.
I
time.
watched the interview with her and Ariel, and I'm like, who the hell is this girl? I'm like, she's a very pretty girl, but she's out there. She's got 11-0 record. She's the PFL European 125-pound champ. And then she says, I could go to the UFC right now and be the champion. And I'm like, how do I not know who this girl is?
No.
It blows my mind.
She's correct. She's correct. And there's another girl, a girl I train, Natalia Kuzanitia. Call her Scrappy. She's an LFA champion. She's a judoka, Olympian, and world medalist and all that stuff. She's a beast. We have great women fighters in the squad. I put it like this: American Top Team is the best gym in the world. We have a deep roster of killers, and they just help each other out. And they, killers build more killers, and that's what we got at American Top Team.
Yeah, that it is amazing. I once I knew you were coming on, and we spoke the other day briefly. I just jumped on, Wikipedia pops right up, and I go on there, American Top Team, and I just started reading all of these names from American Top Team. And I was like, holy shit. And I knew a lot of them, but there was some that were on the list that I was like, oh my God, I didn't even realize this person trained there. I didn't realize this person trained there. It's insane. Even the coaches there are greats. Yeah, it's
Mike Brown. Listen, Mike Brown, Coach Pahumpa, Cattell Kubis, the Oliveira brothers, Conan, guy named Richie. Richie's the gym manager, but Richie's a coach in my opinion because Richie sees it all.
Yeah.
Macahau. We have I think we're the best coaching staff. We work well together. Steve Bruno, Steve Mako. We have a great staff and we work well together. There are no egos. Shout out to Dan Lambert because he put we're like the Avengers and the Justice League. So we all got our strong points and we all work together to make things happen.
Do any of the other coaches, the ones that you just mentioned, are they interested in this sport as well? Or
Macahau, listen, this dude named Macahau, his ass, he's probably 185, 170, but he spars with whoever needs work. He'll spar. He help Pitbull prepare for the fight, and he's like, Mo, I'll fight bare knuckle. Then Macahau is crazy. He'll spar with anybody, anytime, anywhere. He's a dog, and I think that I'd love to see him get a chance. As well as this guy's not part of American Top Team, but my boy, the Afghan killer, CR Bahadazada. That dude can fight too. He hit me up out the blue saying, Mo, I want to do bare knuckle because I want what Mike Perry has. And I'm like, all right. Yeah, CR can fight. Never been stopped. Only submitted. He helped me train for the Gegard Mousasi fight years ago. And this dude got those hands. He's sparred with Overeem, Gokhan Saki at Golden Glory. And he's a monster, man.
You got people interested. You being on here, Dave Mundell, like we already talked about, 175-pound champ. He's in the comments right now. He said, tell him, I'll put it up there. He says, I'm officially calling him out in the comments to meet me in the squared circle. He wants to fight you. I mean, I'm
down, man. We can make it happen, man. I've watched Dave Mundell fight. I'm a fan of his. I like what he has. I like his offer. He's a good team. Them boys up there, they have a team of bare knuckle fighters. You know what I'm saying? And I like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the next wave. You're gonna see teams of bare knuckle fighters getting together to make something happen, like they do in MMA. And he's in the right place. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully we can make something happen.
Shift MMA is one of the top teams in bare knuckle for sure. They got a lot of tough dudes in there with him and Jared Warren and Brandon Allen and Jessica Borga, Crystal Pittman. They got a whole squad of.
Man, they're the top team in my opinion.
Yeah, they have almost no losses this year from all their fights. They might have one. I'm trying to think. They were undefeated as far as all their fighters matches up to this point this year, and yeah, they got some titles there. Great coaches, great people. All around. We actually got to go there one time. It's probably the hottest place I've ever been in my life, but it's so hot in that gym, man. Oh my God. I was dying in there. I was just standing still.
Oh man. It's not exactly American Top Team there, Mo, but it is high level fighters being trained in there. Mike and I were looking for the gym. We're looking for the gym right, Mike? And we're like, where in the fuck is this
Is
goddamn
this-
place?
I
We're
could not
trying to
find
find
it.
the GPS, and it's like taking us all over the place. And then we like pull into this like parking area where there's like this storage facilities. It looks like storage facilities,
Yeah.
and there's like a burned up car in the parking lot.
And we
Mike's-
park in front of it. I go, I don't think we're in the right place, man. This can't be it, right? There can't be there's nothing beyond this. There's a fence and there's some storage thing. And I don't know, man. This burnt car, we should probably turn around. I don't think we're lost. Nope, we were in the right place. We just had to walk down the side of the building a little bit, and there they were.
Yeah, they were
Trading out
freaking-
with the garage doors open.
It's like
hot as
95
hell.
Degrees, yeah.
Listen,
Yep,
the key
grind
is
it.
about the facilities. It's not about the facilities. It's about the coachings,
Oh, yeah.
and how they make things work, and then the fighters you have. You know what I'm saying? Because if the coaches and the fighters are on the same page, then y'all can make something happen. And that's what Shift got. You know what I'm saying? They got that, man.
You can feel the energy in there. You can feel the love each other, the respect everyone has. And we were talking about Brandon Allen earlier, and Brandon Allen, at the time we went, had just picked up a late notice fight against Steve-O Morris. And Steve-O had a couple of fights, and he was doing well. It seemed like he was going to be going on a run. Brandon Allen picked this fight up last minute. We didn't really know Brandon that well. We knew he fought, and I think he lost a split decision, which a lot of people thought he might have won. And it's the only time he's ever really even been that far into a fight, I think. And anyways, needless to say, he went in and ended up winning that fight on late notice. He trained for Jihad saying for 9 days. He came in and he won the fight. And a lot of people basically, I don't want to say counted him out, but he definitely was the underdog. And I don't think a lot of people thought he was going to win that fight. And he went in there and he won, and he's been on a roll. Their coach,
the well-dressed dude. You know,
yeah, Jihad Wingfield.
That's his man. Look, that's the coach name.
Yes,
Jihad
best dressed coach in the game.
Yeah, look, so Jihad is, you know what? He's a great coach. You know, he's a genius with what he's doing. I really fuck with what he's doing. I much respect to Coach Jihad. Much respect to him because he's making shit happen. I see his squad, and I'm almost jealous. I'm kind of jealous, but I'm an American top team, so I can't be that jealous. But I like what he's doing with the bare knuckle, and I think that what he's doing right now is like you're gonna see the competition in bare knuckle rise because of him.
You know,
is right there.
I always,
yeah, man, he's a great dude, man, great coach. I seen him backstage, and I seen him work with some of his fighters. I see how he talks to him, and I see how he carries himself, man. And he's a consummate pro, man. He's a great dude. I have much respect to him, man. Much respect to Coach Jihad.
He's very brave with some of the outfits that he wears in the corner.
Hey, listen, Shoney Carter 2.0, baby.
Yeah, Shoney Carter. You know, I talked to Shoney one time and I didn't know how to cut him off. It was like I could have done a 7.5 hour podcast with him because he just kept telling stories and stories and stories. And I was so interested in every single one of them because they're all freaking out of this world like crazy. That dude's done so much shit in his life. I was like, you need to write books, not one book, multiple books. About
Shout out to Shoney.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shoney.
He was actually on Facebook the other day asking like, hey, I need to fight bare knuckle. I've been trying to fight bare knuckle. How the heck am I going to get in this game? This was only like 2 or 3 days ago. He's like itching to get in there.
Really?
What's that dude from Nebraska? Omaha, Nebraska. I'm going blank on his name.
Snake from the other night?
He fought my boy Raheem twice. He beat Kevin Lorena. Not Kevin Lorena, not the other guy from South Africa. Kevin Lorena used to train with this dude.
Jeremy Smith?
He fought Jeremy Smith. Yeah, you're talking about Houston Alexander?
Yeah, Houston. Why am I going blank on his name?
Houston Alexander, yeah.
Houston Alexander's doing his thing still, man. Shout out to Houston Alexander.
Yeah, that fight.
Houston's proof that like older fighters can really excel, and so is like Ben Rothwell's 43 years old. Lorenzo Hunt's 41 or 42. Christine Faria's 41.
Yeah.
What this sport does, it almost gives, and Ben Rothwell said it himself on the show. He said, I see it as an opportunity for a second career because I don't have to grapple so much. I don't have to be on the floor. I don't have to kick. I don't have to worry about getting kicked. I don't have to worry about elbows. I just got to worry about my hands and my conditioning, and that's basically it. And he's like, and I feel great right now, and I feel like I have a new lease on life, like a whole second career. Like I've retired from one career and I've started a whole second one. You know what I mean? That's a great way to look at it for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Mo, I wanted to ask you like a funny question because
Go ahead.
you've done a lot of stuff. Like you did pro wrestling. Do you watch movies? Do you watch movies? Do you watch pro
Yeah.
wrestling movies?
Pro wrestling movies, not so much. I like pro
No.
wrestling. EW all day.
Okay. Well, how about this? I had this question for you.
That makes sense. AEW, they're the top
AEW,
team.
yeah. Okay, so King Mo, King James LeBron, King Ryan Garcia, King Kong Bundy, the King of Violence Mike Perry, and the Macho King Randy Savage, and King Jaffe Joffer from Coming to America.
Coming to America, yeah.
are all competing in a battle royal. All right, who's getting tossed first? Who are the last two standing, and who's winning that battle royal?
You forgot King Booker.
King Booker, I forgot.
Yeah, you forgot King Booker.
That's
How
right.
you forget Holly Race? And
Oh,
Jerry
my
King
God.
Waller. You know these
Hey,
names,
I couldn't name them all. Jeez. So it's you, LeBron James, Ryan Garcia, King Kong Bundy, Mike Perry, Randy Savage, and King Jaffe Joffer. Who's getting
My
tossed?
son works.
Well, first is Ryan Garcia because he's too small.
He's
Then
tough.
LeBron James because he can't wrestle. Then King Kong Bundy because he's too old. And then probably because King Joffrey, King from Coming to America.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jaffe Joffer.
He just clap twice and he'll get armed guards to throw me and the King of Violence out the ring. So he might mess around and win, but if he'll have backup, it's gonna be me and the King of Violence in there. I'm gonna throw him over the top rope. Whoop.
And you
Nice.
win. You win by the King Mo versus the King of Violence. How does that sound to you?
I like it, man.
You know what?
Two kings, we fighting over, battling for who has the right to be the true and the one true king only. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
Fight
the King's
you know
Court.
what?
for the land. Yeah.
The King of Violence. Now, the King of Violence, that has to be interesting to a guy like yourself because for anybody that remembers your whole run in MMA, dude, what I remember so much about you is just you violently slamming people on their fucking heads, just like completely demolishing people with your with slams because you know that was like kind of one of your things. So you're a violent guy. You got a lot of crazy slams, a bunch of knockouts. You got hands. You can fucking get in there and scrap. So you and Mike Perry would be a pretty interesting fight, right?
Yeah, Mike. And listen, shout out to Mike Perry. I met him a few times. Yo, he's a good dude, man. He's intense. He comes with it, and I think that he was a shot and he was an extra boost of energy that the bare knuckle community needed. But I'm not gonna lie. Look, you got Harold McQueen. That boy got them hands. You got Bryce Henry. What?
Yes.
And Howard Davis. Man, I just see the new wave. This new generation of fighters is far more complete than the last generation. And you're seeing more tools and you're seeing more footwork. You're seeing more speed. You see, I don't know. I think that this next generation you're gonna see more Hall of Famers. Some of these guys like Lorenzo, Hall of Famer. That good.
Yeah.
That win, Hall of Famer.
Elvin Brito,
Hall of Famer. These guys are Hall of Famers. These guys are these guys are great legendary fighters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What are your thoughts on the females? Christine Faria. What do you think about Misfit?
Oh, I think Frage. I think she's a beast too. My boy used to train with her a little bit, brother Fareed. But I thought she could fight Heather Hardy. I don't know what happened with that.
She was supposed to.
Oh.
What happened there was Heather.
She was having vision problems.
Yeah, she was having problems seeing, and they did some tests on
sleeping.
her, and they said that I guess she can't. The
doctor basically said like
you shouldn't fight anymore.
Don't fight anymore. You should retire. You've had too many concussions. So she was having blurry vision before she even started the camp, apparently. But you're a fighter, so fighter's mentality is just I'm gonna battle through it. I can make it through. I'll get better. I'll be fine by the time the fight comes around. But during one of her one of her training sessions, she must have gotten hit, got a little bit more blurry vision, tried to ignore it and not tell anybody. And then she said she couldn't sleep throughout almost the whole weekend. She got like no sleep. So she went to the doctor, and the doctor said, listen, you've had so many concussions. That's why you have the blurry vision. If you get hit in the head again, I can't promise you, that you won't go blind, or maybe you won't be able to sleep well for the rest of your life. Like, problems are going to happen, so you probably shouldn't fight anymore. So, and like Howie said, she couldn't pass an MRI. The thing is that she's just been fighting for so long. The right thing for her to do was she's got a kid, she's got a family, to just stop right now and just kind of just train. I know it's a hard thing to do for someone like that after she's been fighting her whole life. But yeah, that is why she had to pull out of the fight.
And then Christina, what's that girl? Christina, the Hart. She used to be married to Joey Beltran.
Britton Hart.
Britton Hart. Yeah, she could fight. Shout out to Joey Beltran, because Joey Beltran had a great run in bare knuckle. Tony Lopez had a great run in bare knuckle. Josh Byrne. Listen, there are a bunch of names. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Them boys can fight. You know what I'm saying? They had great runs. Britton Hart. Yeah, she fucking came with it. Her fight with Paige Van Zandt was fucking amazing.
Knucklemania 1.
Like, and Paige came with it too. I thought they were gonna run it back, but
Paige is fighting this weekend.
Paige is fighting this weekend.
Yeah, she's fighting. Did she still come around?
Yeah. I've helped Mitch for a little bit. Worked with the son. Paige is a beast. She works with the Oliveira brothers as well. And the Oliveira brothers. They're two brothers. And their dad was an Olympic bronze medalist, I believe, from Brazil. And they have one has a son that boy got them hands. He's probably gonna place in the worlds or win worlds this year in the amateurs. And these guys are producing. Like, if you see the boxing in our gym now, you got them, you have Dia Davis, and that's a great combination of wealth of knowledge, and they teach great technique. They're slicker, they're quicker, using hands, great defense, great counter offense as well. And that's why you see the American top team be successful with the striking.
You know what you should do? Next time you see Paige, tell her that she should fight one more time in bare knuckle against Crystal Pittman from Shift MMA.
Oh, that would be a good one.
Yeah.
That would be a good one. Yeah, Crystal could win it too.
Yeah.
Crystal could win it.
That would be a great fight.
Yes.
I think Paige and her match up well.
Taylor Starling. Yeah.
Taylor's probably up next for the 115-pound title.
Yo, she got
against Britain.
Yeah, she's probably going to fight Britain, unless Britain fights Poe Denman out of Thailand. But I don't know if that's going to happen. But it's either going to be Poe Denman or Taylor Starling for Britain next. That would be a nice fight. Yeah.
It's just I'm telling you, that roster. Like, look, the roster. I don't know who's the signing the fighters. Nate Shook, great job signing these great fighters.
Nate Shook, Andy Hall,
and great job with the matchmaking. Because look, I've yet to see a boring BKFC card. I've yet to see a boring BKFC card. I'm gonna say it again. I have yet to see a boring BKFC card.
It's hard to be
I
bored.
feel you on that. Even with like say Connecticut that just happened, right? There were so many things. Like the Hardy Furia fight was the main event. That fell off. That was a bummer. There were so many things that happened behind the scenes with those fights, and they still managed to get, I think it ended up being 10 fights overall in the end, but they lost so many fighters. Even the night before, they lost 2 fighters and still managed to replace one of those fighters to save one of those fights. It's so amazing. And then you go the next night, and we had a ton of people there because I live in Rhode Island. Kyle lives in Connecticut. We actually are both still in the Army. We're full-time for our unit, and we have a whole bunch of soldiers that have been following our show and Bkfc for the last 3.5 to 4 years, and we finally got to bring our families and all those soldiers to this event, and they had a fucking blast. They went there, they loved it. We had an after party at Tom's Watch Bar. Everybody went there. They got to meet Dave Mundell, Britton Hart, Ryan Reber, Travis Thompson, Mike Trezano was there, Jimmy Rivera went. Like, it was a blast, and these people loved it. So like you said, even with all those issues and us knowing all the shit that happened in the background, and maybe the fights weren't 2 top people who they were in the beginning, it still was good. It still was fun. Everybody had a blast and can't wait till the fall when they come back.
And what
So
about Daniel Strauss, the Prince of Port-au-Prince?
Daniel
That's my boy,
Strauss.
Daniel St. Strauss.
Man,
Daniel
he went
Strauss.
too. He went too. He was there. Yep.
Yo,
Yeah, he was at the
yeah.
after party. So Daniel Strauss, I felt bad. I felt sorry for him in that DAP fight because I really thought he won the DAP fight. I think
Yes.
Yeah, you
I
know
think
what?
he
There
got
was an
robbed.
uncounted knockdown in
There
that
was a
fight.
knockdown that should have been counted in the first round, and if
Yep.
that knockdown was counted, he won the fight in 5 rounds. It should have never went to a 6.
Yeah.
I
What
felt
happened
bad
to
for
that?
him.
Is that retired? Is that retired?
I don't.
It's hard to really pinpoint what he's doing.
I think he may, and I'm not. Maybe I shouldn't say it. I think he may price himself out. I don't know. I think he does that. I think Dat does that. But Dat does that. But I would love to see Dat come back, man. Dat is fucking awesome, and he's super exciting in there. Him and Knucklemania 1 against
Yes.
Johnny Bedford
Yes.
was like
That was a good fight.
that fight was incredible, and a lot of people in the bare knuckle world were kind of like, that's not beating Johnny.
Right.
Bedford.
Johnny's so much bigger
He's
than
good.
him. He's got
He's a good
reach
boxer,
and-
but he ain't gonna beat this
Not
big
me.
dude. No,
I knew
man.
that was gonna win. He
Nah.
fought Mickey Bay in the Olympic trials. I think, or he fought Mickey Bay a long time ago in the amateurs.
Yeah.
You know, like he had skills I've been knowing about him. And then what happened to Arnold Allen? Where's he at? Because listen,
He's still
that
around.
dude,
He hasn't
I
fought
don't
since
know how he
December
loses.
2nd, but he's there. He's waiting.
how did he lose? Because like him and Micah Terrell were going at it too. You know, but I thought he's gonna beat Micah. Micah is a motherfucking monster too. I thought that Micah was I thought Lorenzo was gonna beat Micah, but Micah just showed that he got them skills, man. That motherfucker can fight. He's a big dude. He can move. He has the speed. He's gonna be hard to beat for anybody in the heavyweight division, even Big
Yeah.
Ben Brockwell.
Yeah. You know who else was at the after party, Mo?
Who else?
Jay Davis.
Oh yeah, Duck Dynasty.
Jay was there having a good time.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
Smoking, huh?
Well, you can't smoke. That casino is 100% smoke free, so
okay.
he was probably sneaking off, somewhere.
Take his puffs.
Yeah, taking some puff. Man, I love
Or in the
talking with you,
bathroom.
for sure, dude. This is great. You got people. Everybody's calling you out in the comment section.
Yep.
Well, not everybody. The Shift MMA guys want you to fight Dave Mundell. I think
But they
we're
also
on-
love you.
and they also love you. They're giving
Yeah.
Shift MMA, I fuck with them, man. After I met their coach Jihad, I was like, this dude has a formula. I gotta watch his ass because, man, like if he actually focuses on MMA, we might have a problem. You know what I'm saying? But just stick with bare knuckle, please.
No, they've been on it since day one, and there's a few people who have. And I loved tonight that you said that, over at American Top Team, you guys are thinking about starting that bare knuckle division, bare knuckle squad going on. I love it because those guys they dug in, and there's really not too many places right now that are training bare knuckle who specifically are trying to have fighters just trained to go fight for BKFC. And it's like you said, it's not, when this first started, everyone's like, it's just like boxing with no gloves. And it's like, yes and no. Like, it's similar, but it's not the same. There's a lot of intricacies. Like you said, you can't just be winging punches like crazy. I mean, you can, but you're going to find out real quick that you don't want to. And there's a lot of people that have been, like I briefly mentioned Elvin Brito earlier. Elvin Brito is somebody that a lot of people, have learned some tricks from, and Lorenzo Hunt and people who have been around for a little while. They're learning all these different things, and people are starting to say, "Hey,
out there in Puerto Rico, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
shout out to that motherfucker. Yeah, I seen him with them goats.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
That's
Shout
Poncho.
out to Elvin.
He's got Poncho. His goat
Poncho
Poncho.
the goat.
They headbutt each other. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. But over at Shift, they've got it. They've picked it up, and they are the ones that are taking the lead right now.
More gyms are starting to do that, though. We talked to somebody a couple nights ago, Mike, but out in Denver, Chris Camozzi and Brandon Gertz and those guys are starting like a bare knuckle only.
Brandon Gertz is tough, boy. He's tough.
Yeah,
Boy,
those guys are starting to focus on strictly bare knuckle and developing techniques and stuff like that. It really is truly becoming its own sport, and I love that.
Don't be surprised if you see some of these high level boxing coaches start to dip. Because here's the thing, right? The clinch is part of boxing.
Yeah.
Like Ricky Hatton, When he fought Costa Zoo, he dirty boxed him to death and roughed him up, and he made it very physical. Bare knuckle fighting is that, except you can hold a little longer. And the clinch and boxing go hand in hand, because if you're getting touched up, what do? You grab, slow them down.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
So I think you're gonna start to see more of a crossover. You start to see it right now, and I like that. You see it with Howard Davis and Bryce. You know what I'm saying? Henry. Those guys are boxers as well as bare knuckle fighters.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. And we said Angulo earlier. I uploaded the Angulo video. It's very short. Let's just watch it real quick because it's pretty cool.
Look at that crowd.
Yeah.
That crowd.
I can't believe it. When we went to Knucklemania 1, we covered that live, and then we just covered that LA card, and the crowd is just insane how much the sport's grown. Like it's just amazing. It gives me chills, really.
It's probably about, I think it turns commercial next year. It's right on the bubble of being commercial, but I think by next year it'll be commercial. I think that by next year, ESPN and other organizations will be covering it, results. They should, because who doesn't want to see a car crash? You know what I'm saying? Like a 2-minute car, it's a sprint. It's a sprint. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like watching two guys go head on wearing football pads.
Did you watch last week's event? Did you watch Friday's event where Trinidad Snake fought Dustin Page and broke his jaw? Did you watch that event?
No, I didn't catch it all. I missed it. I saw the highlights.
Oh my God!
Yeah, you got to check that event out. There was a few like real banger fights. The card was great. They call him ODB, Bobby Taylor. Bobby Taylor is a 45-year-old dude. He's just built like a freaking tank. And he fought this guy, Ryan Roberts. And those two guys beat the brakes off of each other for 5 straight rounds. And what won it for ODB is knockdowns. He got a few knockdowns. But if you see Bobby Taylor's face after this fight, you wouldn't think that he won the damn fight. It was incredible. I would love to maybe in the future, maybe we get you back on here and get, a guy with your mind in the combat sports game to take a look at a fight like that one. Maybe in the future. What do you think about something like that?
I'm down, man. Look, I'd love to do breakdowns. Honestly, with the catalog, I wouldn't mind being the bare knuckle Burt Sugar. Remember Burt Sugar?
Yeah.
Rest in peace. I love Burt Sugar. I hated reading. The last book I read was Ramona the Pest by Beverly Cleary. But outside of that, outside of that,
that is so funny. Beezus,
videos, all that.
Beezus and Ramona.
Yeah, Ramona the Pest. Yep.
That's funny.
Nah, man, we should definitely set something like that up for sure. And I feel like we can keep talking to you for the rest of the night, but we don't want to keep you all night. It's getting late. And Dave Mundell wants to fight you. Paige Van Zandt should fight Crystal Pittman. What else did we come up with tonight? King Mo versus the King of Violence. Let's do all this stuff. What do you think?
There's a ton of things.
There's a ton
of
the opportunities,
I think I'm with Jay, you know what I'm saying? Duck Dynasty, so he speaks on my behalf and we can make something happen.
I love that you call him Duck Dynasty.
Duck Dynasty, I know. That is funny.
I fucking love it. King Mo, thank you so much for giving us some of your time tonight. We will be in touch. We'll do some more stuff in the future. Next time we'll come up with some. We'll come up with some.
Hey, and y'all check us out. Me and Thiago Alves are with this company called Live Train, where we do fight breakdowns and show technique and anything fight related. We're covering. And BKFC, y'all be seeing us at some events doing media.
Hell yeah.
Check us out at Live Train on Instagram.
There you go. What kind of cat you got there? What is that? A freaking little tiger?
Calico?
Bangle. Yeah, my cat Mochi.
Cat Mochi. You ever see that cat that John Jones had? I don't know if he still has him.
It's a serval.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to have that freaking thing on a leash walking around like a damn dog.
They are like dogs. They play fetch, all that.
Man, I need to get me one of them.
Don't get bit by them.
No. Well, yeah, I think they're a little too expensive for me anyway.
Yeah, they get to 40 pounds, 40, 50 pounds.
Oh, no, thank you.
Oh, Jared Warren.
I'll just dive me in there.
Jesus, man. Like, everybody wants to fight. Jared Warren says add him versus Thiago Alves to the list of things to do. So I think Thiago's done though, right? He announced his retirement, or you never know.
Yeah,
money
right.
talks, man. Like if the money makes sense and Thiago's healthy, you never know. Money talks.
I love it. Hey, money talks. Let's go. Hey, Mo, we'll let you go tonight. Thank you so much for coming on here. It's fun talking with you, and we look forward to speaking with you more in the future. You got anything else you want to say besides what has already been said?
Bring me back. Fuck with me.
There you go.
Shout out to Coach Jihad.
Yeah. In Had we trust. That's the quote.
Yeah. I can't trust him because I'm gonna be fighting this boy, hopefully. But I still fuck with him. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Yo, Mike, where were we? He had I think it was out in maybe Wichita. He had like the sweater
Kansas,
with the gold chain, and he had white pants on, and he got pissed off. He got pissed off because he got blood on his white pants. And I was like, how can you get mad wearing white pants in the damn corner of a bare knuckle fight, dude? You can't get mad about that.
I think he had a change of clothes after that too. So not only did he have a change of clothes, he had another change of clothes on top of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jihad's the man. Thank you so much for coming on. Mike, you got anything else for King Mo?
Oh, King Mo, we'll definitely have you back on if you will come back on. We would love to work with you on some stuff. You know your shit. You knew all these different fighters. I love it. We could talk forever. We've barely even broke through quarter of the roster, I think. So, we could talk and talk and talk. And we need, you know what you're talking about, man, when it comes. So me and Kyle are the stories guys. We're the stories. We like to talk about the fighters, about the fights, about their lives and stuff like that. But you know what you're talking about when it comes to the fighting side, the technical side. So, I love having you on. Love to pick your brain about BKFC, and I know everybody in the comment section that is watching, and the people that are gonna watch tomorrow and the next day, they're gonna love listening to what you had to say about BKFC. It is pretty awesome to hear someone like yourself with your resume talk about the sport that we all love so much, and can't wait to see what the future holds. So thank you so much for coming on. We'll see you again very, very soon. And for everybody else that's watching, we'll be right back. Why don't we watch our trip to Venice Beach again? I like that video. We've only shown it one time, so let's show it again. Take it easy. King Mo, take it easy. We'll see you soon, man. Thank you.
Later. Yes. That was Venice
Man,
Beach. That was a
What
great
a time. What a time. What a show tonight. Had a great fucking show. That was awesome. We talked to King Mo. What'd you think, Kyle?
I love it, man. That guy's I feel like we could talk to him for 4 hours straight.
Oh my God.
Hey, and like he's down to fight. That's that I love it. I love that he is down to fight in the Bkfc. He said he's up for it. Let's go. So he named a few people. He was interested in Mundell. He was interested in Mike Perry. He's interested in anything. Gegard. Why don't we give away a T-shirt? Anybody want a bucked up T-shirt? All you got to do is tell me what college was King Mo a Division I All-American wrestler. What college? Go ahead.
Let's go.
Put it in the comments.
What size shirts do you have, Kyle?
I think I got I don't know.
Anything?
I got a bunch of them. So I got like the larges and mediums and extra larges.
Okay,
So,
good. Something for everybody.
What college did King Mo Lawal achieve status of All-American in wrestling? And I'll give you a hint. Johnny Hendricks went there. There you go.
Oh,
hey, boom. Kelvin Rayford just fucking won it.
Nice. Look at
Kelvin
him.
Rayford.
There you go.
win. It's Oklahoma State University. Go ahead and send me your mailing address in our messenger, and I'll send you a T-shirt. And one more. We'll give another T-shirt away. Who did King Mo knock out to win the 2015 Rise-In Heavyweight Grand Prix? Who did King Mo knock out to win?
Can't be Kelvin. Kelvin, don't answer this question.
Kelvin, don't answer it. 2015 Rise-In Heavyweight Grand Prix. This is a big name that he knocked out. Drop it in the comments, and I'll get you a bucked up T-shirt sent right away. Go ahead. Who is it? Mike? Do you know who he knocked out in the 2015 Rise-In Grand Prix, the Heavyweight Grand Prix?
Nope, not off the top of my head, I do not.
When you hear
somebody
the name,
said Yuri Prohashka.
That's the answer.
Okay, Bullfrog Actual got it right.
Bullfrog Actual.
I did know he fought him, but I did not know that is when he knocked him out.
Yep, he knocked him out to win the.
Well, look at that, Bullfrog. You have won yourself a shoy. Did you say you had a shaker bottle?
I do have a shaker bottle.
A shaker bottle. Do we have a shaker bottle question?
Well, okay. Let's go. I had a few.
You know, could be anything. You could say anything. I mean, it could be the easiest question.
Before we give a question, dude.
Yeah.
Paige Van Zandt versus Crystal Pittman would be a good bare knuckle fight. Don't you think so?
It would be a good one.
That would be a good one.
It'd be tough on the eyes, but we would make it through it.
Yeah, with that. It would be tough.
I have to force myself to get through that. It'd be tough to watch.
It would be tough on the eyes. Okay.
That's like the quintessential non-fan person saying, why would a pretty girl like that want to mess their face all up? You know, that stupid quote that for some reason people who don't watch fighting always say. I hate it. I don't understand it. We talked about this, I think, with Borg.
Okay, actually. Hey, why
would you want to mess your face all up like that?
Anybody want a bucked up shaker bottle? These shaker bottles are the shit too. They got this thing that goes down the middle with the little spring that goes around it, and they shake up awesome. King Mo is currently involved in a professional wrestling organization right now.
Yeah,
he is currently involved as of 2019 to present. He still shows up and he does things for a professional wrestling organization. What is it? It's not AEW. You're wrong, Big Ben, you dumb idiot. You don't get anything.
You done screwed up now.
You done fucked up now, little Ben.
Swervo, Ben did not get it.
Ben didn't get it. He's not involved in AEW right now. He was in the past.
AT&T is. AT&T.
ATT is. TNA he was involved with when he started his professional wrestling venture. Gabriel Padilla, you are also correct that he did wrestle in TNA, but currently he is not. He is currently on a roster of a other organization And all you got to do is Google the fucking thing, guys. All you got to do.
Google. Use Goggles Earth.
Now you see
Find it out.
cocksucker. I don't even listen. The comments are going so fast, Ben.
I can read them. I got you. Yeah.
I didn't. I don't even know what question he wanted me to ask. Mo. I don't. And I'm not being a dickhead. I missed it. I missed your question.
What question? Yeah, I don't know his question.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Just say my name, Kyle.
Kenny fucking Marshall, the doctor's in the house. Ken Doc, what up, dude? I need to see Kenny in person soon. We've done a lot of dumb shit together in our lives, and he's been out of my life for a while. So Ken Doc, what's going on?
Kenny, look up the answer to the question. Yeah. Where?
There it is. Rick Caruso. No, Swervo.
Nope. Swervo beat him to it.
Major League Wrestling on November 8th, 2019. Mo wore a MLW shirt during his entrance to his fight on Bellator, and he has been involved with the company. Won his debut match.
Bellator, Howie.
Yeah. His last match was November 10th, 2021. But anyways, that's the last fucking organization that he wrestled with.
You got to shake a bottle, and you want to know what? We'll send you some keychains with it too. I'll give them to Kyle.
Yeah. I'm not going to send anything to Big Ben ever.
Never. You're not getting anything
unless
from
he sends me.
You're
something
an owner.
first.
You can't be getting stuff. You can't be getting stuff, Ben. You own -1% of the company. You cannot be receiving gifts. That's like insider trading.
Mike, obviously Dave Mundell wants to fight King Mo, but if let's play fantasy matchmaker right now. If Mo did want to fight for the company, who would be the first person you want to see him fight? Because I got a guy in my mind that I want to see him, that I would want it to be. And no offense to Dave Mundell, I would love to see that fight too. But I had another one in mind.
Another person in mind. So I'm trying to think of somebody that would be a good fight, but also not be someone like just throwing them to like the champions or you know what I mean? Like right away. Like I'd like to see him fight somebody. Who would be a good fight for him in that? Geez.
You want me to tell you mine?
Yeah, let's hit. Yeah, what do you got?
Mike Richmond.
Mike Richmond. Oh, so you do want to throw him there, right?
No,
throw him to the top.
Mo has the resume.
He does have it. He does.
In the background to be thrown right into the wolves. And Mike Richmond is not a champion right now.
That'd be good.
Mike Richmond's just coming back off a little hiatus. He got his win over Eric Lozano. And I think that Mike Richmond has enough of a name. He is good enough. You know, he's smart enough. Doggone it.
People like him. Yeah.
Howie says Josh Dyer. Josh Dyer's a good one.
I was just going to say that too, looking at the top 5. Josh Dyer would be a good one.
Josh Dyer would be a good one. Mike Richmond, I think, would be awesome. Dave Mundell would be good too. But, I mean, Dave Mundell has the 175-pound belt, and I don't know if they would. Maybe they would. Maybe they would entertain that. But what's he going to do? Come up to 185? Mo just said he can't make 175. He's too lean at 190 right now.
Were you saying Mundell would?
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is the company, I don't know if the company
wants him to come up.
Say, okay, our 175-pound champ is going to come up to 185.
Yeah, because he said in the comments earlier he's ready to do that right away.
Of course he is.
Quick, fast, in a hurry.
That would be that would be great. I just, maybe my brain just goes straight to the business side of the house.
You're right, because they're probably not going to do that.
You're going to tie up the 175-pound title for a while. You book this, and then what? Do you do an interim title at 175? And then he's got to go back and, you know what I mean? I don't know. There's other guys, but Dave versus Mo would be fantastic.
God damn it. Dave just can't catch a break, can
he?
You know what is crazy though? You know what? Remember I said last time we talked about Dave Mundell and Mike Perry, I said, I'm just going to have to let it go that it's not going to happen. And from all the talking that we did, and this is exactly why this happened, the man himself, Dave Feldman, threw it out there that now it's an actuality.
Now I couldn't believe when he said that. Where did
he
he
must
say
have heard
that?
me say my
Ariel?
ass was chapped, and yes, he did. Yeah,
He said it on
And
Ariel's show.
he did. He added his name to the mix, so now Dave Mundell's name is actually in the mix with Mike Perry. It happened, so now we can be back to talking about it happening again. He sprinkled a little bit of that goodness there, and now we can talk about it again. He opened the door back up. The door was basically shut, but we didn't lock it.
I was ready to forget about that conversation. I
Me
thought
too.
It was never going to happen.
It was just getting so ridiculous. I was getting so worked up about it.
Now that it's
clouding my judgment.
He entertained it. He did. He said it on the number one MMA show in the world too. It's yeah. He did say he's got something huge in line for Perry, right? And then
he had two fighters. I think he said he was talking to. And then he put out a picture today with Robbie Lawler. He said he was going to talk to two fighters. It's probably going to be one of those two people, and it's going to be awesome. And then he puts out a picture of him with Robbie Lawler. When we talk to people, and people are like, no, he's never going to fight in BKFC. And we're like, we'd love to see him fight in BKFC. This was like, remember, this was like this was before LA. We were talking about
actually asked Jeremiah Riggs, who is friends with Robbie Lawler and has trained with him in the past. And he said he lived on Robbie Lawler's couch Robbie lived on his couch for a while. Remember that he told us something like that. He said he don't think Robbie would fight.
Yeah,
he said he thinks he's comfortable in his life right now.
Yeah.
So, but now you know what? Mo said something a few minutes ago that really holds a lot of weight in this game. In the old term, money talks.
Yes.
Money talks. Money talks. Starring Charlie Sheen and Chris Tucker. Money talks. That's what I'm talking about.
Howie just mentioned Dennis. I don't think that's a thing.
I don't either.
I don't think it's a thing. I don't think it'll ever happen.
What I think
it's horrible. What I think
that is, though, when Perry was on with Ariel, he said he might do an MMA fight or something else. And Ariel was like, what do you mean something else? Is it going to be MMA? Is it? And then Ariel was like, is it Dennis? He didn't say it, but maybe all this fucking Dylan Dennis talk is Perry and him are going to fucking grapple or something like that, or maybe have an MMA fight, a one-off. I don't know why they would do that.
Watching him box against Logan Paul was horrendous.
Terrible.
It's like, I'm not lying when I say this. This isn't like some fucking, I'm just going to say this shit. I truly believe that if I trained to box for the next year, that I would look better than he did. He was terrible. Terrible. It's just so bad. And no fucking way. That guy
Howie says you would murder.
Awful.
Oh, I think Howie was talking about you.
I would.
You would
he's
murder
talking about
him.
me. I would murder him. But I do think he just looks so bad in every aspect of that fight. And he didn't engage. He was bad. He was bad. That was a disgraceful fight. I hated that fight.
That was a money grab.
It was aggravating to me. Very aggravating. Bryce Hall is better than Dan. Bryce Hall takes it seriously.
Bryce Hall would beat the shit out of.
He would beat Dennis.
Yes. Fight.
Not in MMA, of course, but in boxing, I think he would do okay against Dennis. I think he'd win that fight.
Me too.
Yeah, he's definitely more serious. Dennis is fucking. Oh my god!
So you think that
what a sickening fight that was?
You think the two fighters that he was talking to are Robbie Lawler and maybe Cowboy? I was thinking Cowboy.
Yeah, I thought Cowboy too when he said it, and then I didn't think he was going to talk to Dennis just because. I mean, not Dennis. Lawler, because in my head I had it like he didn't want to fight, but hey, that would be fucking awesome.
I think it was Lawler and Cowboy, the two that Dave was going to talk to. Masvidal's boxing Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be somebody down the line too. That would be cool, but
he's got his bare knuckle MMA. It's a good way to promote bare knuckle.
Masvidal and Nate's fight got moved to July too, from June, whatever the date was in the beginning of June. They moved it to July 3rd or something like that. It's the beginning of July now. So Yeah, he could talk to him for sure. I mean, I would love to see Jorge, but why would Jorge fight for BKFC if he has game bread? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, remember, Game Bread was on the BKFC app when it first came out.
Oh, that's right.
So there could be some co-promotion. It's bare knuckle. They're both bare knuckle. It could be some promoting stuff going on there.
That'd be cool. Okay.
It would be pretty cool. It would be cool. I like Masvidal. Who doesn't like Masvidal? I mean, the guy is he's one of them street legend type dudes. He's like one of those. He's the BMF. He's the BMF type of a guy. He's that guy that's like, you don't need to be. Not that he's not great at MMA, but obviously he's not like top 3 guy. He's not like a title holder guy, but he's a fucking beast, and everybody knows him. He's just got that persona. He's like the fucking Scarface of UFC.
Yeah.
Of combat sports. Everybody knows him.
For sure.
The guy's got a name, and he will throw down wherever he is. He's not a bitch.
Are there fights this weekend?
There is, Kyle, and I actually, as we speak, I thought I saved this, but I accidentally just noticed that I saved over it. I don't know how I did that because I was trying to get that Artem Lobov night picture up. I saved over this picture of this weekend's card because there's just cards. Try to keep up with the people.
Mexico's this week?
Yes, it is. It is this. It's just.
It's every week
boom,
now.
Boom, every week, every single week. Here we are. Let's bring it up. It's Devin from Tom's fighting Rubio. You see?
It definitely looks like
Devin Gleason. Rubio versus Devin Gleason from Tom's Watch Bar Denver. That's who's fighting.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, listen. It's another freaking card that we get to Saturday. We get to watch fights again. Can you freaking believe it?
Is it 25 de Mayo? Is that how you say it? 25?
Yeah, whatever you say.
I think so.
Whatever you say.
I used to speak Spanish.
Used to?
Yeah. Well, I took like 6 years of Spanish and never really maintained any of it, but I did used to say yo como el gato en el baño de la biblioteca con queso all the time, and that means I ate the cat in the library bathroom with cheese, and it's the only the only real sentence that I used to be able to spout off.
Yeah, I have a feeling you could say more if you knew the rest of the words. If you knew more words, you could say more stuff.
Yeah, 25, but I think like if you say it fast, you say 25, right? 25 de Mayo.
Beautiful.
Anyways, I'm going to be watching them this weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend, so
that's right.
Enjoy the picnics and the parades and all that stuff. Mike and I, are you marching in a parade?
I will not be marching in a parade this year. I've been marching in parades for almost every year since 2009, but this year I have a course to go to, and it took place of it, so I don't have to do it. But we'll still go out and watch a parade with the girls.
Well,
so
I will be marching in a parade on Memorial Day, and then coaching a little league game that afternoon. We have a game that day. But,
nice.
Enjoy all the festivities, everyone. Don't drink and drive and do anything stupid. And get over to buckedup.com. Use promo code Mike and Mish and get 20% off. And become a patient at Dynamic Life while you're at it. Mike, what else you got for the people?
Hey, listen, just remember everybody who laid their life down for this country. There's a lot of people in the military. It is Memorial Day is to remember those who served and all they've done for what we have, who afford us the rights that we have right now. And a lot of people take some stuff for granted. But guess what? Kyle?
What?
We all bitches because those dudes did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people don't don't realize that that's what the day's for. Is to remember
people will thank me.
Gave their yes,
and I appreciate it.
Yes, you guys could thank us for our service all day.
I appreciate it.
I do.
I do.
Memorial Day is to remember those who gave the ultimate
The
sacrifice.
ultimate sacrifice. Yeah.
The ultimate, they gave their lives for this fucking country and for that flag. And those are the ones that you should be celebrating this weekend when you're fucking stuffing hot dogs in your mouth and drinking copious amounts of beer and playing horseshoes and getting in fights with cousins that you haven't seen in a long time.
Bare knuckle fights with cousins.
Yeah. Anyways, we love you guys. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the fights. Enjoy the festivities. And Mike and I are going to get the hell up out of here. What do you say, Mike?
Yes, sir. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Right there.
Peace. Peace.